Hello, my name is Ciarán Carlin, and today with Beer Beano Becky, we're going to be going to every celebrity-owned pub in London.
Magic fabric of our dreams.
Where are you? Because I'm so sorry. To find out if they're as good as running pubs as they are at whatever the made them famous. That's all I had. There's not much. I just want to expense a beer. It's a Thursday at 2 o'clock and we're having a drink.
Each celebrity pub will receive a ranking based on three things: atmosphere, decor, and pint price. There will be an additional separate ranking for each pub based on something that's very, very close to my heart. The state of the toilets. I am sick to death of the lack of decent public toilets and pub toilets in this country, and it's an issue that needs to be highlighted. Let's make toilets great again. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Get 60% off your first box, plus 25% off the next 2 months, plus free desserts for life. Just scan my QR code on screen now.
This is the Grapes pub in Limehouse, established all the way back in 1583, just a few years older than its owner, Sir Ian McKellen. Sir Ian McKellen played Gandalf in Lord of the Rings, but will he be able to magic up a lovely beveragino for this little hobbit? I'm 5'9", by the way. I've Googled it. It's average. It's perfectly normal for Southeast Asia.
Now immediately I was blown away by the bar staff. The original one, used in the Fellowship of the Ring back in 2001, now sat adorned between Smirnoff vodka and Kettle crisps. Two equally worthwhile neighbours. They didn't mess about with any craft crap, and myself and Becky headed to the upstairs, which we managed to have entirely for ourselves.
They must have known we were coming. They said, clear up the top floor, celebs en route.
Except for one unexpected traveller.
There does seem to be a hair in my pint.
There is. And it's quite a long one.
Becky before this said this is her first drink of the week.
My first drink of the week, guys, is Thursday.
Thursday at 2 o'clock.
Thirsty Thursdays. That's not bad. I think that's good.
Yeah, it's good for recovery.
I said, put that chair out for me now, boy, and I'll be there all day. And that's what they did. Yeah.
What is he up to? Don't do it, mate. There's so much to live for. Like today's sponsor.
I removed the hair from my pint and shockingly, it tasted very much like Guinness. Balcony is sadly closed. Unless you're fire, then you're allowed to exit.
Oh, I am fire.
Oh, get it.
Oh no!
Ooh.
Any potential suitors? Stop watching.
Be not like you.
Oh, I'll be not like you.
We were not eating here, but almost 17 doubloons for sausage and mash. They're talky in the piss, aren't they?
Ha ha!
Decor-wise, I loved it. Barrels for tables and wonky old walls. Proper 16th century shit.
It's not wallpaper, is it?
It's Braille, I think.
Oh my, you can't say that.
You can't say
That's
that.
that's so 1998.
The pub offered a lovely view of our famous Brown River and also the Shard, which is one of my favourite buildings because it's pointy. I've never seen a pub with a life ring before, which would be a especially baffling place to almost drown and die. Now the loos were tiny, which would definitely be an issue on a packed evening, but the photos of people long deceased was a stark reminder that maybe you should have another pint to try and forget the fact that you will also be dead one day, just like this person in this photo having a pint. We're all the same. Nothing matters. However, this photo is also a reminder that throughout history, the group chat remains supreme as the Dingle Dangle Boys pose for a photo. My group chat name is the Glizzy Gladiators, which loosely translates to the Sausage Soldiers. Let me know your group chat name in the comments down below. Are you as cool as me? I don't think so. Ours is a willy joke. Now I don't understand why so many toilet seats in Britain get dislodged. This is irritating. You shall not piss. A full chalkboard adorned the wall above the pisser, so I added in my own graffiti.
That's two men in a costume. Right, what do you think of Gandalf's pub?
Love him. Love his stick. Love Gandalf.
His stick was adorned on the wall, but I
Yes.
feel like if I got my stuff out in public, I'd be questioned by the authorities. I don't want to give it a bad rating just because I had a hair in my drink. So I like the size of it. I like that it's quite small. It feels like it's from the 1500s. Although there was a chalkboard in the men's loos. I put the milker was here.
Why did you do that?
I don't know, because now someone will go in there. Someone will go in there and be like, "Who's the milker?" I don't know who he was, but he was here. And the legend of the milker will now reign supreme.
I can't keep
throughout
doing
London.
this. Not Ciarán Carlin. Subscribe to Ciarán Carlin. No, the milker was here. Milky Mammy. Does anyone want to know about my breakdown last night? Yeah, I cried.
Tell the milker.
Cried yesterday. First time in a while. And then I realised, oh, that's hilarious. And watched Love Island.
I'm going to give Gandalf's pub a solid 4 out of 5. I would 100% love to sit in the corner and fall asleep after 10 Guinnesses. A round of 2 pints came to £11.95, which for London is the cheapest round of pints I bought in about 4 years. Fantastic. Now, the toilet score, however, sits at a 2.5. It was awfully small and would be a terrible experience when busy. The chalkboard does sound fun, but ultimately, those pieces of chalk are going to be covered in pissy hands and smegma. Not very well thought out. Unlike how cleverly thought out I was to order HelloFresh to my house the day after recording this very video. HelloFresh is simple and easy and great because you could be really hungover and they send you all the ingredients and the exact instructions to make it, and then you can make it even if you feel absolutely awful. The way to combat feeling terrible is to then eat good things and put good things inside you, like water and meals which are at least only 15 minutes in time to make them. I usually pick the super quick ones. They do them all by time. You can pick whatever ones you can be bothered to make. Now, I know some of you will not move a iota of muscle the following day after having a few shandies, and that's okay because you can pause, cancel or change your delivery address whenever you like if you know you're not going to want to use your arms and legs that weekend or that week at all. Just move it to the following week. It's got everyone covered. There is no commitment. So scan my QR code on screen now to get 60% off your first box, plus 25% off the next 2 months, plus free desserts for life. Or use my code and link in the description, Ciarán F4L. Google describes the pub as an intimate brew house, which is also how I describe a lovely lady's bottom.
Like,
I don't know if I'm proud of that one, I don't know. Let me see your intimate brew house. Now the pub is actually called McKellar and it's part owned by Rick Astley and also some Danish blokes, but the other one in London isn't, just this one. I'm not quite sure how that works. I am not a businessman. I am simply a cool guy, maybe. There's a rat in the bin, look at him. Look at him. Jump in. Do it.
you'll never get out. It's done.
Don't, I'm allergic. I am actually severely allergic to
You?
both pollen and fucking pussy-holes.
It's cost £13.30 for 2 pints of some random craft noncery, and the place was filled with little plaques from Rick Astley's one famous song. But the atmosphere was quite nice. It wasn't very pub-like, it felt more like a coffee shop, but it was nice and friendly in general. But still, not quite the dog's bollocks. Yes, I zoomed in on that dog's bollocks. Now, toilet-wise, they had 2 toilets, but both were disabled size, with supreme space and privacy, an abundance of loo rolls, maybe too many loo rolls, clean all around, and even a Febreze to reduce shame for the public pooers out there.
In London now, as long as it's not a 7,
Oh, we're winning.
I've got a pale ale. I like them for some reason, don't know why.
I dribbled. Oh, that's lovely.
What do you get?
Got a premium lager from Germany.
Premium lager
you
from
must know.
Germany. Usually I opt for the shit ones. Right, Rick Astley's pub, cafe sort of thing. You'd go there for 2. You wouldn't be there all night. Not at all. Which sounds like an attack. That sounded horrible, that.
Not
But
at
it was just
all.
like, you wouldn't sit in a coffee shop for 6 hours.
No, it was very coffee shop vibes, and I quite like that because I don't like coffee, but I like beer. So win-win.
Yeah,
Thinking.
it's a good having 2 pints and then you go home and realise that you've got nothing else to do at home.
So
and then you just sort of sit there.
kind of think about things. Fortnite, perhaps.
I've never played Fortnite.
Oh, we should play.
We shouldn't, because that's for paedophiles.
I'm going to give Rick Astley's pub a 3 out of 5. I'm not happy about the price of the pints, and you wouldn't go there for pre-drinks or a couple drinks, but a quick stop for just 2 pints and a toilet, you charmed me.
Lock, Stock, Snatch, Rock and Roller, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., The Gentleman, Amazon film, The Gentleman, but it's a Netflix TV series for some reason, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. All pieces of work from the brain of Guy Ritchie, once married to Maradona, once married to Madonna. He also did Aladdin, the weird one where Will Smith is blue. That's weird. It's really weird. It actually makes me feel a little bit sick. It actually fucks me off. To be honest. I haven't even seen it. But just the sheer concept of Will Smith being Aladdin, that's cultural appropriation. But for ghosts. I'm just going to brazenly read this off my phone because I've lost the will to live. He owns the Law of the Land pub in Fitzrovia, which not only has outdoor seating and serves food at the bar, but it also allows dogs, which is great because I've brought Becky along. Yes! Yes! Thought she wouldn't like that one, but loved it. Oh, that's going to go really well, actually. Like that.
Whoa, we're at the function, baby.
It is busy. This is insanely busy.
Now these two ladies look as perplexed as I was when I got to the bar and also realised there was no classic beverages. No Guinness, are you insane? Angel's Law, some sort of cider, who cares about cider? Go away cider. Session Law, London Black, small beer lager, only 2.1%, that's just tap water, get rid of it. We both opted for the Angel's Law lagers, coming in at £7 each. For a beer that sounds straight out of RuneScape. I'll have a tankard of Angel's Law, my lady. And mine wasn't even filled to the bloody rim. That's a good 40p of nectar you've missed off there, my liege. Instead of talking to Becky, I decided to admire the painting of a naked fella behind me. Mainly because
I can't hear a fucking thing.
I'm really scared.
honestly, if I had to work here, I'd shoot myself by the entrance just to close the place down forever.
It's got a lovely skylight, but quite honestly, I'm sweating like a little bitch. I'm just trying to drink this as quick as humanly possible.
I feel like I'm still on it too.
Yeah, it's quite stressful. I think I might be autistic.
I don't know how anyone could have a conversation here, let alone whilst holding a £7 pint. Despite the Angel's Law actually tasting quite nice and the decor being okay, the atmosphere and the price smelt worse than things that had probably occurred in this very toilet. It did, however, have what I like to call an Austin Powers toilet wall. You know those bits in games or old animated films where it's outlined and less detailed so you can tell what they're going to interact with? Well, every time I go into a loo and there's a back panel behind the toilet, I imagine the bit in Austin Powers, the first one, where the Irish hitman tries to kill him on the toilet with his Lucky Charms bracelet.
Hey partner, come on, you gotta relax, don't force it, get a blow out your O-ring, drop a lung.
This is a window into my brain. Guy Ritchie gets a 3 out of 5 on his toilet rating. It was fine, but there was an oddly cracked toilet seat. I don't even know how someone does that. Was it just a very eager or desperate, heavy-set male? I don't know.
Look, it's owned by Mr. Hill, the Ritchie Brewing Company. I think he might brew all these beers.
I think he brew. I think he
Bro brews.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're recording. Did we get that? Screenshot that.
Probably my least favourite so far.
Hate, loathe.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That was just full of people that I'd never want to see again, if I'm being completely honest.
It was £7 for a fucking pint.
I couldn't even see the
Shambles.
word lager anywhere until I really looked at it.
I actually quite liked mine, but it is £7. And I'm not prepared to pay that when I can't sit down and I can't hear myself.
Sink.
So maybe everyone should just maybe talk a little bit quieter and think about people like me.
Ciarán turned to me at one point and said, "Oh, what if I scream?" and like the whole place quiet, didn't you?
I was really tempted to scream, "The milker is in the house!"
Oh, milker!
And they would have been like, "Oh!"
And everyone turns around and starts doing that.
Milk.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to get an Uber. 20 quid.
One thing about Ciarán is he doesn't book Ubers before we do things.
Well, because it should just turn up immediately.
No.
Like the little man in the cloud in Mario Kart when you fall off.
Aww.
That's what I'd like to think an Uber
That's so
is.
good. Your brain is rotten.
My brain
There's
is
nothing.
Ed Sheeran makes music for people who order a Chinese takeaway on a Friday and watch Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway. The first time I'll listen to Ed Sheeran will be when I'm being tortured by my captors. However, despite this, he actually seems like quite a swell, normal guy. Look, he likes football. Ipswich Town. Wow, that's really down to earth. He owns a bar called Bertie Blossoms. It's like a restaurant/bar. It initially almost went out of business, and then they got the license to be able to have a drink without eating. So we're not going to eat, and we're going to have a drink. Appropriately enough, it's just on the junction of Bevington Road, right next to Let's Get Fucking Smashed Avenue. Off we pop. Oh, this is my favourite way to get to the pub.
As copyright music filtered through into the microphone of the camera, I browsed the £14 cocktails and shockingly made the executive decision to not try anything new.
I'm going to go for a porn star martini because I know I like that. And quite frankly, I don't take risks with anything that goes inside me.
We took the piss out of some Ed Sheeran based cards before realising they were for funding vital kidney research. Me and Becky engaged in some solid conversation, and we noticed Ed Sheeran's proper cliche artwork for people who don't know how to paint, where they just string up a bucket on the wall and just push it around. I'm sick of it. Learn how to paint a tree or a cat. Anything. Just try.
The size is fantastic.
Yeah, that's lovely.
I'm all about volume. Look, compared to your cranium, look at that, it's almost the same, it's gargantuan, some say. Not me, just on the forums. I fucking love cats. I don't like wine, but I'd like a cat if he walked in with a wine. And a little tash and went, "Would you care to watch Simon Among Us? Or would you care?"
This is some seriously strong toilet game, I cannot lie. Bright, clean, even a ruddy gorgeous chandelier to look at whilst you do a big piss. Now, look at that small door above the toilet. Don't tell me you are not imagining Mr. Lucky Charms coming through that door and trying to strangle you to death whilst you take a dump, okay? Don't tell me you're not thinking about that right now, because that is sadly not what was behind that door. Fuming. I may have to dock points for that. There was a shame extractor and also an alarm just in case you have a fall. And even a reminder to wash your hands. Please, fellas. Please. This is a public service announcement from me. Please start washing your hands. If you're a girl watching this, I don't want to be a grass, but I reckon if you're in a pub, there is a 85% chance the bloke hasn't washed his hands. Okay? Not me. I wash my hands. But, oh my God, honestly. 5 out of 5 toileting. Very well done, Mr. Sheeran.
Do you want a cancer? Comment down below if I like cancer.
Yeah, that's the perfect way I would describe a woman, would be handsome. Sue Perkins is handsome.
This place was actually really sweet and looked great, and the cocktail was incredibly well made and the staff were lovely. However, it was a tab situation rather than a paper drink, which meant 20.25 Great British yen for a free 30ml bottle of Camden Hells and 1 cocktail. Gratuity? Jesus fucking Christ, Fenton.
Now, it might be because I've had a fair few shandies, but they're playing Tame Impala. So the rating has just gone up at least 1 whole entire star.
Copyright.
Right, we've just been to, it was Ed Sheeran's pub.
Oh, I'm in love with the shape of you.
I'm not.
I think that was one of my favourite ones because we actually got to sit down. The staff were very friendly and very handsome as well.
It felt like, I don't want to say homemade, I don't want to say artisanal, but it's just a good word, so I just wanted to say it.
Stop saying them then if you're going to say them. What the hell?
It didn't feel very, corporate or chainy.
No, and it had lots of Ed Sheeran memorabilia around.
Yeah, which initially I resented, but now I might start listening to
What's your favourite Ed
Teddy's
Sheeran song?
photos. I like the one at the end where it just stops.
I like the one that goes, Barcelona, ding 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 ding.
Does he sing about Barcelona?
Yeah.
He can't go there.
Get up on a dance
Have you
floor.
seen his skin?
Did you have friends in school? It's a genuine question.
So this is the main road. You've got the Chelsea gate here, but it's not that one. Over in this little nook and cranny, we have the Fox and Pheasant, owned by a Mr. James Blunt, winner of 2011 Turkey's LL magazine, and also a #1 single in 2006. And apart from that, he served in the war in Kosovo. How do you afford a pub after that? Because you're already minted. Private
Go on then, off you go down there.
private road. Are we allowed in? Mum, am I allowed in? Right, who do I ask? Mr. Blunt, am I allowed in? Please. Oh, this feels illegal. Oh wow, this looks. I feel like I'm entering someone's living room. I'm scared.
Now, James Blunt actually bought this pub to save it from falling into the grubby little hands of developers who wanted to turn it into houses. Boo! But I probably won't be saving up to buy one myself if I come here, because this Guinness set me back £7. Sickening.
£7, you can get them for £2.10 in the Brincoke Inn in Leith, Swansea.
I think this might be your best angle. Oh, that tongue was. Despite that, it is an absolutely gorgeous pub. A proper old pub. Apparently the decor hasn't changed since the 1930s. Yet, it managed to feel nice and clean and it didn't remotely smell like, 100 years of farts. Speaking of farts, the toilet game was unbelievably strong. It had some nice images, some old images to look at whilst you were midstream, and it also had the big long chain flush, which, may I say, maybe the most elegant way to flush away a piss. Big fan of that. Let's have more of that, please, London. They also advertise vacancies at face level if you happen to sit on the loo, so if you want to work there, drop them an email after you've dropped the kids off at the pool. I'm going to have to give this pub a 4 out of 5, with a 5 out of 5 toilet game. Simply the only downside was the £7 for a pint. The game has gone. The game has truly gone. £7. Sickening. That's not too far off an hour's work. And the combined pub and loo ratings means that James Blunt's The Fox and Pheasant currently sits in the lead. But before we can crown the celebrity winner, earlier in the day, Bambino Bertie had one ace up her sleeve, one extra secret celebrity-related pub that she had lined up herself.
We better go inside because it's getting a little bit rainy.
It's starting to piss it down, to be honest. This country is shit. It's fucking June. Not even June part 2. What did I stand on? Oh, I fear that might have been the wing of a deceased pigeon.
What?
Good riddance, you little fucker.
Now, it felt more like a pizza restaurant than a pub, but it had me on tap, Ciarán Ichiban, and a small beer garden where our day of drinking had finally set in.
Good
Oh, that hurt. Oh, I love Ciarán Ichiban.
Itchy bum, in the itchy sun. Oh, God, you'd be getting viewers going with that.
Why did I do that? Why is it raining? It's the 13th of fucking June, you daft twat climate. There's the sunshine. Ah.
Guys, if you fancy me, then comment down below, because I'm looking for a boyfriend right now.
I think there's one in the sky. Ah.
What?
Oh.
He's so silly. He's so silly. Silly boy.
That's crazy.
What is it?
Now, this next Pub Lou review will be shown unedited to give you an insight into how ridiculous my job is.
Perhaps you're expecting Ciarán Carlin. It's me for the last one. Perhaps we call it an Easter egg. So this one is of my choosing, and it's where Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend used to frequent. Perhaps still does. It's called The Black Dog. You might know it from her new album, The Tortured Poets Department. Perhaps I'll sing a bit.
Yeah, go on, you said it now, you have to do it.
Perhaps I'll speak it. How you don't miss me in The Black Dog. When someone plays a starting line and you jump up, but she's too young to know this song. That was intertwined in the magic fabric of our dreaming. Old habits die screaming. Intertwined in the magic fabric of our dreams.
You sing it like you're in fucking like Blink 182 or some 41. And there she goes into the night like a jest in the 1800s.